Good morning. It's Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. My name is Matt. And if you noticed yesterday that we had just a different show on, it wasn't your daily crypto news. It was a show that we're trying to figure out how to do and if we should do it. See, what we're going to do every week is we're going to pick 4 categories. It's going to be trending, Solana, AI, and meme. And we're going to pick randomly a coin from each of those categories. And myself and Patrick, who's an advisor to DCN, are going to go on and talk about them. We both have combined 16 to 18 years in the crypto space, so we've seen some things. We've seen things. And we want to just break them down, give you the pros and cons of each token, talk about what we're seeing when it comes to the team, the idea, the implementation, and so on and so forth. Also, we're going to give you our trading strategies with it and what we see for long and short term with that token, the company, the people. And we're just not looking at CoinMarketCap to determine this. We're looking at, their white papers, their websites, their Twitter, and their communities. So if you liked the show format yesterday, please let me know, matt@dailycryptonews.net. Obviously, yesterday was a pilot episode, so it wasn't completely polished, but we wanted to put it out there just to see if you enjoyed the format. Also, what do you think of the name? Trends with Benefits, or Altcoin Talk. Those are the 2 names that we're thinking about right now. Let us know, matt@dailycryptonews.net. Let's get into today's news. First thing is not really crypto news, but it was yesterday was the WWDC, or Dub from Apple, where they showcase all of their new iOSs and their new software and invite developers to come on and start building on these platforms. And yesterday was quite interesting because Apple introduced their AI, not AI, artificial intelligence, but Apple Intelligence. And I thought it was very interesting because leading up to their introduction of Apple Intelligence, they spoke about privacy a lot. Vision OS, privacy. iOS, privacy. iPad OS, privacy. And then you got to Apple Intelligence, and you're saying this is why they try to prime you of how safe Apple is. And Skeptical Matt, I think there's a lot of cool things that are in this, but as MKBHD said on his show, if you want to have a personal assistant work properly, it's going to have to know everything about you. And Apple wanted to make sure that if you were going to allow this personal assistant on your phone to do the things that you want it to do and the things that they want to develop it to do, it's going to have to know everything about you. So how are they going to secure your privacy, your information, your data? As we know here in the crypto space, we know that you're going to have to make sacrifices. If you want something fast, it might not be as secure. If you want it to know everything, it might not be that private. And there are going to be trade-offs. So one thing I saw during Dub yesterday was that they are going to be putting a lot of stuff in your, in air quotes, private cloud and using that to query. So photos, text messages, notes, emails, and so on and so forth. Also, they're going to be using OpenAI, and OpenAI is going to be integrated. So if the onboard artificial intelligence or Apple Intelligence can't do the job, they're going to be able to send your query out or the work out to OpenAI. And it'll ask you, hey, do you want me to send this to OpenAI to help you out a little bit? Now, Apple says that they're only going to be sending the information that is relevant to your query. However, that's going to be a lot of information, and who's to say and who's to audit what they are actually sending and what OpenAI is actually receiving? Well, this is a huge move for OpenAI. I mean, because now that they're teamed up with Microsoft, they're also teamed up with Apple. If they were a publicly traded company, I think OpenAI would nestle in there somewhere above Alphabet, the parent company of Google, just by existing at this point. Maybe the most valuable company in the next 5 to 10 years. Elon Musk is not happy about this. He's going to ban Apple devices at all of his companies because of OpenAI integration. And he tweeted, if Apple integrates OpenAI at the OS level, then Apple devices will be banned from my companies. That's an unacceptable security violation. Oh, and visitors will have to check their Apple devices at the door, or they'll be stored in a Faraday cage. Now, does Elon have an insight that we don't know about? I wish somebody would just come out and say, this is why OpenAI sucks. Elon has not really done that yet. This is what they're doing. This is what they're planning. This is how they're violating your privacy. This is how they're going to dominate the world. Elon's not saying that. But he does have a beef, and everybody knows he has a beef with OpenAI because it's supposed to be this open sourced protection against the robot apocalypse, and they screwed Elon over. So I guess the question is, Does Elon have a valid argument of the malicious intent of OpenAI and Sam Altman? Or is he just butthurt because OpenAI didn't follow the plan that they originally set up and where he gave seed money to? Valid questions. Only Elon and Sam Altman can answer that. But until then, welcome to world domination, OpenAI. If you woke up this morning and checked your Bitcoin price, you'll know that the Bitcoin price went down, probably by like 3%. $66,000. Wasn't expecting that. Just a flash. We'll get into crypto prices in a little bit, but a lot of people are saying that's because the consumer price index is coming out, and we're going to see if the inflation is going up, staying the same, or going down. Because of that, we're also going to see what the Fed's going to do with interest rates. If you noticed around the world, certain banks are lowering their interest rates. For example, Bank of Canada, they lowered their interest rates 25 bips to 4.75% from 5%. And a couple other banks around the world are following suit. Now, will the United States do the same thing ahead of a presidential election to try to get those numbers go up? Or are they going to see that inflation is staunchly setting in and they're not going to do anything and we're going to go sideways with it? Or will they add a couple points to it? I doubt they'll add a couple points, but I can tell you right now, inflation is not slowing and people are feeling it. In a new report, the EU has singled out Bitcoin's Lightning Network and other Layer 2 solutions as data obfuscation technologies that could be abused by criminals. Dun dun dun. And this was in the first report on encryption by the EU Innovation Hub for Internal Security. These Layer 2 solutions, such as the Lightning Network, may be used by criminals because of these two-party multi-signature payment channels that will not broadcast all transactions to the blockchain, but only the opening and closing of the channel. And they added that this Layer 2 solution could cause problems for law enforcement investigations. They also highlighted that the zero-knowledge proof and Layer 2 solutions enable some transactions data to be obscured, which significantly complicates tracing the origins of illicit cryptocurrency for law enforcement. Now, the article did not say what they were going to do moving forward, but what you should take away from this is that they are looking at Layer 2s and the Lightning Network, and they will make a decision on what to do about it in the future. Do you guys remember a couple months ago where Sora AI came out? It's OpenAI's video generating software. Basically, you put in a prompt and it makes a video for you. It was pretty cool. Well, apparently there's a new king of that hill. I'm going to put an asterisk there, but there's this new king of the hill called Kling, and it's developed by Kuaishou. It's a Chinese tech giant and competitor to TikTok, and it's already being used in China. See, Kling is going to generate videos up to 2 minutes long at 1080p and 30 frames per second. That is twice as long as Sora's. Kling apparently has better understandings of the real-world physics, allowing for more accurate simulations of physical interactions between objects. It also is designed to accurately follow prompts and create sequences of shots, multiple views, allowing for more complex and dynamic videos. Some users have been sharing videos that they created on social media, but I will put the caveat here that it's only coming from China because it's only available in China and there's a wait list. So it looks like Kuaishou probably has some influencers and some certain people that have access while we're all looking at these videos going like, oh, we're hyping this up. Now, I'm skeptical because it is China. And just putting it out there, where'd you get the code, China? Where'd you get that chi, Danny? Where'd you get that code, China? Is this something they developed themselves? Or did they reverse engineer Sora? Number one. Number two, does it actually work the way that they say it's going to work? And I am skeptical because, look, they have a track record of taking technology from people and making it their own, and taking that technology and kind of tweaking it and innovating a little bit so it's kind of unique and it works good, but it's still not original. So I am kind of skeptical of where this came from. But if they developed it themselves, then that's really cool, which makes me then wonder, what is AI looking like in China now, and what are these companies developing that we don't know about? Is OpenAI and the thing they were talking about that they're taking over the world actually maybe behind the Chinese at this point, and we're just hyping ourselves up? Well, Kuaishou says that it's going to be released to the wider global audience, but until then, we're going to be watching people do their own prompts, putting videos on social media, and believing the hype. Old Saxy Poo, David Sachs, and Chamath Palihapitiya, two hosts of the All In podcast, venture capitalists and billionaires, they have thrown a fundraiser for former President Donald Trump. And if you wanted to attend, well, you could, if you had $500,000 per couple. Apparently, they raised around $12 million for the former president. But while he was there, he billed himself as the crypto president. And it's kind of interesting because crypto has become a very important issue. Well, I guess whoever has the money to support the issues makes the important issues. And there's a lot of money in crypto that is making sure that this is an important issue. How did this happen? Now, I have my theories. Remember, J.D. Vance is looking to be the vice president for Donald Trump. And, well, Trump needs money. All campaigns need money. They're looking at Trump and Biden each will be looking at spending about $1 billion apiece to become president of the United States. And since you need money, you need people that can get you to people that have money. And I think that this came through J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance, who has good close relationship with Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel goes back to PayPal with David Sachs. You see how that is all, coming together. Anyway, I think that's how this came to fruition, and I think it puts J.D. Vance a little closer to the running of vice president. But $12 million isn't that much. I think that there's going to be a lot of people, Doug Burgum and so on and so forth, that's going to be trying to come up with a lot more money to make their case of why they would be a good vice president. Now, who's going to be the crypto president? Only time will tell. Who signs the bills? Joe Biden did veto the SAB 121 the other day. Not a good thing. Not a good look. And the FIT 21, or the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act, is going to go to the Senate. If it passes the Senate, it's going to go to his desk. Will he pass it and sign it into law, or will he veto it? That is the real test. And finally, meme stocks and meme coins. GME, or GameStop stock, is down 62% from its 2-year high of $61 last Thursday. It's around $25 today. And Solana-based GME, or GameStop's meme coin, is down around 25% after rallying 200% over the past 7 days. Roy and Kitty put out a meme of a guy looking in the mirror saying that you were a billionaire because he did lose a lot of money. And why did this number go down? Well, it makes a lot of sense. Number one up, GameStop was holding a lot of their own shares and they were selling them. They're like, hey, number one up, we need the cash. And so they sold 45 million shares at $933 million. And then they said they would sell up to another 75 million shares. If you guys don't listen to the Arlen podcast, well, David Freeberg had a good breakdown of the stock, starting at around 38 minutes into the video. It's about a 2-minute overlook on the company, and the TLDR about it is you're dumb if you buy it, but have fun. Now let's see how dumb we are by buying these cryptocurrencies.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
And the time is 9:55 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Fear Greed's at 60. We are just on the cusp of greedy and neutral. And that's because Bitcoin went down 3.7% in 24, down 4.2 in 7 at $66,790. Ethereum is down 4.2%, or 7% in 7 at $3,516. Tether's number 3, Binance, is at 607, down around 5.7% in 24, or 6.2 in 7. Remember, it was over $700 last week. It's at 607. And Solana is at 151, down 4.5% in 24, or 9% in 7. This is not good. Running off the top 10, we have USDC, XRP, Dogecoin, Toncoin, and Cardano. Look, the whole market is on fire. It's bloody. Go get yourself a Coke and a smile, close your computer, and don't pay attention to anything today unless number go up. The total market cap is at 2.44 trillion. We have a Bitcoin dominance of 54.1 and an ETH dominance of 17.4. That was our show today. I'll be back tomorrow. Remember, email me, tell me what you think of the new show. And until tomorrow, that email is Matt, M-A-T-T, at dailycryptonews.net. And until tomorrow, happy hodling, everyone.